Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. You know where you are, the 9 at 9 with me, Tigo. And this is a VIP month, and my buddy Richard is here. We're going to talk about, do I even want to tell you what we're going to talk about? You know, when everything's going like, and you just kind of lose control? Yeah, we're going to talk about self-control. So sit right there. We'll be right back.
Expert Talk is sponsored by Pod Nation TV, the podcast to broadcast network.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, we're going to talk about self-control. That's right. You know, even I get caught up in it. It's like you get so involved in what you're doing and things are going great and you just keep, full cylinder blasting off all the time. And then you start missing things because you're way out there and your control level is completely out of control. Well, if we want to talk about that, then we need to bring the guy in who is always in control. My buddy Richard Gordon is here, and we're going to talk about self-control. Hey, Richard, what's up?
Woof, woof, woof. Thank you. Always great to be with you. It's the best way to start the day.
Always great to have you. Always great to have you. Let's talk about that. You know, we get caught up. I know I do. You know, I'll be on a stage or we'll have an amazing app explode or we're on a new network or something. And I feel like I'm all over the place and I can't even sit still. And then I start missing the details. Mm-hmm. How do you know when you're not in control of what's going on around you and yourself?
Again, beautiful question and beautiful segue. So it comes back to the be you for you. So that's why I keep touting this be you for you, because once you know who you are, once you are grounded, so it comes down to knowing myself, knowing my attributes, knowing my strengths and weaknesses. I'm not distracted by the bells and the whistles and the things that go wrong or the fire alarms or the technology that doesn't work, because I'm a confident, focused individual and these things happen. So it's not a reflection on me if I'm at a major event and the sound doesn't work. Mm-hmm. So that's where the be you for you comes in. And that's where the self-control comes in, because we don't want to be distracted by the fact that the sound system didn't work. Right. Because we want to own it. We want to reflect, oh, that makes me look bad and I'm looking bad. And the beauty is that everybody's been there. You know, how many times have you sat in the audience and you've seen people having technical issues and you're like, been there, done that. But they're panicking because they're not centered. They're feeling lack of confidence. They're feeling lack of, all of these basic things that come into play, so they're feeling self-doubt. So once you know who you are, I'm a great speaker. If my sound system fails, I have self-control, and then I'll either fix it or I'll scream or I'll get a megaphone or I'll make a funny moment out of it. Hey, we need to get closer together and make this an intimate moment. But you need to be able to know who you are, because if you're not confident in who you are and that happens to you, and you've seen that, the young individual, they start melting down, they start panicking, or they're on script. And now the script it's just like PowerPoints. If my PowerPoint doesn't work, full steam ahead. But you and I know, you see people, their PowerPoint doesn't work. Even some big experts, their PowerPoint doesn't work. They freak out.
Yeah, and they lose it.
It's like, relax, dude. It's not all that. Your little picture of a boat and a little donkey or a little mountain is, you can you should be able to make this happen without it if you have self-control. So you can't be distracted by all of these things that happen. And then we talk about, your path in life. People are going to come at you. Go this way, Tego. Do your studio this way. Do your podcast this way. You need to have a steady job. You have a job with benefits. All of this stuff comes at you. So you just need to have self-control to not let all of that noise impact you. So when things go wrong and you start stressing, that's when you say, hey, I'm a cool person stuck in traffic. And then you relax. You're not a stressed person stuck in traffic. You're not an aggravated person stuck in traffic. we all might have that moment, but then the self-control takes over. Make a phone call, listen to a cool song. That's what self-control means. You control yourself and your reaction. It's not easy. So it's not like a snap of a finger. It takes time.
Right.
But once you truly know who you are you that angry person? We talk about me growing up in the mean streets of Brooklyn, and I fought a lot because, as you know, in the streets, there's always an opportunity. There's an opportunity to fight. You got an attitude, someone else got an attitude, two attitudes come together. So I asked myself at a young age, in high school, am I that guy? Am I that fighting guy? Am I the guy that's going to fight, because someone looks at me wrong? And then my response was, no, that's not me. So how do I change that? Self-control. The guy looks at me cross-eyed, I just look away. Or I make a kind of diffusing comment. So that's what the self-control really comes down to in all of aspects of our life, because things are going to go wrong. I can guarantee you that things are going to go wrong in life, especially the more successful you become, the more assets you have, the more things you have, you miss appointments, things happen, things get out of line. But again, are you that angry person? Are you that nasty person? Are you that unsympathetic person? So I always go back to myself, and I always, again, it's great when you're a coach because you have to coach yourself. And my wife's great because she coaches the coach. She was like, what is it you teach people, to be patient and to show empathy? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to.
Yeah, not today. Not today.
Good for that.
Not today. So let me ask you this, because right now, influencers are everywhere. Some people are striving to be an influencer. They're doing everything they can. They're even moving into houses together to do videos nonstop and things like that to try to be an influencer. But then there's that person, maybe they're a business owner, maybe they're a musician or an artist or an athlete that wasn't trying to be an influencer, but something happened in the news and they happen to have done a video about that. Or they just are, they hit the stage and just exploded. People are like, oh my God, look at this guy. Listen to this person. And now they're famous, quote unquote. They're social media famous, and they feel like they're completely out of control. It's not what they wanted. They don't want to be recognized in a grocery store. They were just trying to have some fun or play a game. What do you tell those guys that never wanted to be famous? Now they're an influencer.
Yeah, great question and great insight. And that's unfortunately our school system. Again, I love the school system. I love the teachers, but it doesn't teach you self-control. Did you take a course in self-control in 10th grade? No. You take some other classes, right? You don't take classes on confidence either. So those are the lacking ingredients. Sometimes when you're in sports or the military does try to stress some self-control and confidence and things of that nature. But yeah, they're ill-equipped. So they need to find someone, a mentor, a coach, someone in their life. It could be a family member. You could have that uncle that's going to help you navigate the minefields you're going to face and teach you a little bit of self-control and how to deal with it. And then make the decision. Do you want to continue in this lifestyle, or do you want to step back out into the shadows? And if you do, how are you going to be equipped to deal with this? And it does take self-control, but you need someone to guide you through the minefields. I've had people guide me. I know you've had people guide you. So we always need people to help us who have walked the walk. Who have been there. They either learned the lessons the hard way or they succeeded. Those are the people we need to go to. And I'm fortunate to have those people in my life. So when I have a situation I get to that's unique to me, when I first opened up my business, my martial arts school 40 years ago, no one in my family had run a business. So I had no one in my family to go to. So I found mentors in my circle.
I know that feeling. Good. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, exactly.
Nobody
That's what I'm saying.
Family has had a business either.
Right. So exactly when you have to reach outside. Again, like we talked about, and people always think reaching outside is weakness. Or no, it's an essential part of life that you continue to expand. And if your family loves you, they get it. They get that they're not experts in business or experts in writing a book or experts in doing a podcast or financial planning. So you have to continue to expand, and each level you get to in life, you need to expand who is in your life. Because what worked when you were a small-time athlete or a small-time, local little musician, that works. But now you're at a national level, or even with internet global. So you need someone that's going to help you at a global level, not your friend on the corner who sings, doo-wop songs on the weekend. He's still fun to hang with, but he's not the go-to guy when it comes to, managing a global audience and privacy and entertainment law and all of those things. So yeah, find the people that are going to help you and help you get understanding, help you have the ability to control yourself, because we can't control our environment. It comes down to that. That we cannot control our environment.
I
but we
totally
can
know that.
control ourselves. And the more success we have, the more people we have in our life, the more things go haywire.
So I know Alan's going to put up the 1 minute warning here in just a second, but I got to ask you, what gets you out of alignment? And then how do you snap yourself back in alignment when it comes to your own control?
And again, good question and good practical life. And so I do a bunch of different businesses. And so oftentimes when I deal with people that don't listen, it frustrates me, but only for a moment, because I get they don't listen. So I don't keep getting frustrated. So if I say, do this, it's just like, in any world, if I say, be here at 8, we're going to do a podcast, and they don't show up at 8, and then I'm like, they just didn't show up. It's on them. So I quickly just release it. I don't hold on to it because I'm aggravated that they're late. I'm aggravated that they don't show up. And it's like, that's really non-productive because I go logical. So you have to go away from emotion and you go logical, because emotionally I'm upset, I'm annoyed, I'm all of the things that you shouldn't do. I gave you the opportunity. The list is long. You've been there. Gave you an opportunity. Yeah. I spoke on your behalf. But again, I just let it go because it's not something for me to hold on to. And then once you know people, how they act, like we all have friends that are late consistently. So if you make plans with them and they're always late, you let it go. You meet them at a place where you don't mind that they stroll in 20 minutes late because you're chilling with other people or you're in an environment that you don't mind.
And if they're going to be 20 minutes late, so you ask them to come a half an hour early, so then they're on time.
Right. But either way, you just let it go because you can't control them. And so if it's that bad, then you sever the relationship. So you have a choice to make, and you heard Greg Reed talk all the time, patterns, clues, and choices. So they already give you the pattern they're late, they give you the clues, the patterns, and then you have a choice. So that's up to you if you own it. And so, like I said, we all have friends that we love and family members, and they're late. And it's just, you don't own it anymore. And that comes back to the self-control. So you control it again. So that's what aggravates me sometimes, is when people don't, for their benefit, not even for mine. And again, I get aggravated. Like, step up, do your job. I'm trying to help you, do your part. But again, like I said, I realize that I don't have control over their actions. So I let it go. So that's why I come back in alignment real quick.
Well, I want to thank you so much, sir. It is an honor to know you. It's an honor to lean on you sometime, because you really do you bring that calm. I've been in, secret knock, running around, and I'll see you and just go stand next to you, for a second and go, okay, breathe. It's fine. You can't talk to everybody. Correct. You are absolutely amazing. I hope you'll come back next time. I can't believe the 3 months are over already. You got to come back and do this again. I truly hope you will.
Anytime you want me, I'm there for you. You know that. Anything you need, I'm always there. Certain people in the world,
best, sir.
You always step up for, and you're one of them.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hey, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know I did. Go check out TigoDirect.com so you can get in touch with Mr. Richard Gordon, because you want to get in touch with Mr. Richard Gordon. He's an amazing speaker. He's an amazing martial artist. But most importantly, he's a balance. He definitely brings that, hey, it's life. We're going to get through this no matter what it is, at the top of the top. And sometimes when you're going through the valley, you need somebody like that in your corner. I'm super, super honored to have him in mind. I hope you'll come back next time. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time. Hey, Alan.